What's up, everybody? Jim Cavale here from Influencer, and today we're on the field at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Iron Bowl will kick off a couple hours from now, and I'm with Austin Penny, the Director of Digital Media for Auburn University. And Austin, pretty busy day today, huh?
Very busy. Got a lot going on, very big game, a lot of excitement in the air, passionate fan bases. Really can't be, you don't want to be anywhere else.
You don't want to be anywhere else, and there's a reason Game Day just finished their bit. But, you know, digital media and sports media in general is evolving every day, and colleges and even pro teams have more control over their message than they ever have before, and they have guys like yourself leading those efforts with a content team like you do here at Auburn. Just talk about the state of the industry and your philosophy being the guy leading the efforts here at Auburn, a Power 5 traditional power in football, and what it means to be leading those efforts.
You're exactly right. It's always evolving. There's something new almost every day, every week, and it's really up to me to stay with those trends and always be looking around the corner and seeing what's next. But I'm fortunate enough to have a great staff around me that they have the same passion, they have the same ideas, they want to continue to drive and make us an industry leader. And it's really cool to work with people like that, because not a lot of people are able to have that same kind of staff and that same kind of mentality. But you're exactly right, man. With the state of social media and the state of how big of an influence and how big of a pulse you can have on a fan base, it's important to always be doing whatever you can to push the envelope, try something new, be in a different realm than you were the day before. But you know, it's ever evolving, man. It's a monster of its own. It's super important to be on top of it.
It is. And the opportunity as you start to control your own message instead of relying on a CBS or ESPN, but the opportunity to do it yourself can help with recruiting. It can help with reaching your fans. It can also help with making your players more responsible with their personal brands.
That's right. And you know, you hit the nail on the head. If you've got players that understand how important social is and how important building their brand is, it just reinforces what we're doing. So it's a full cycle, it's a full loop of really, you know, us having our message, having it reinforced by other people that have come to this university, know how great it is, know how great, you know, everything that we're doing is, and really it just goes hand in hand with each other. That's one reason it's so important to understand that whole influencer network.
Yeah, and I think what also occurs with all this control is how hard it is to stay organized. You're shooting all this content, there's all this noise out there when it comes to the amount of channels that literally represent Auburn football, whether they're current players, recruits, former players, and there's all this content you're shooting, fans are shooting, so many people are curating. How important is it to have a tool where you centralize all those accounts and all that content in one place?
It's vital. I mean, overall, you know, there's so much content out there nowadays. And right now, social media is so jam-packed with content that it's good to have a tool that you can understand, okay, we can do more about quality, not just quantity. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that we pride ourselves on doing more and more of here at Auburn.
And so as you look at a day like today or future games, what is the goal when it comes to getting your content out there, and what are you utilizing to get that distribution systematized?
Yeah, I mean, the main goal is just to show what is happening here. It's very easy to see a CBS broadcast or an ESPN broadcast and say, wow, you know, that game looks great, the fans are really in it. But when you give that social perspective, it's an incredibly different world. And when you're able to show people what it's like from the view from the sideline or in the locker room, or you know, even right after the game and our players go celebrate with the fans, you're showing people a whole different world that they don't get to see. And that's one thing that we try very, very hard to do here is show people what it's like to be an Auburn Tiger. Give them an experience that they've never really seen before. And that's what we try to do week in and week out here at Auburn.
I've noticed with Influencer, you've utilized our software to store all your content, but also you've been intentional on getting your current players involved in being able to get them to tell their story. And with social media, telling your story is really what it's all about. Just trying to monetize content doesn't work, right? Because the consumers, the fans, we want genuity. We want something real. And social media allows you to bring that. Talk about how you're using Influencer to help your players tell their story.
Well, it's important that you're building their brand, because they're going to be, you know, draft picks. They're going to be in the NFL, and even if they go on and they're successful business people, they're going to eventually want to help Auburn because they had such a great experience here. So when you're helping them along the way to build their brand and to give them content and to help slowly ease them along in that process, down the road, they want to help you, and they want to help, reaffirm and reestablish the brand that you have already. So it's extremely important to help build others' brands, because it's very easy for us to control a message and have what we have. It's not. You can't replicate having someone who actually feels that passion and has those ideas about what your university has done for them. So it's a huge deal for us to be able to help them along the way.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're excited to be working with you, and I'm excited for the pioneering efforts I'm watching you lead here. And it's schools like yours that attract us to want to work with you, because it's why we created what we created. So thank you for being such a great user, and also thank you for being such a great pioneer, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. Good luck today.
Thanks, man.